Alright, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Paintin Corners, the official podcast of the MLWB. I'm James Thrillo from the Dodgers, commish of the league, here with my teammate who just got extended like a week ago?
2 weeks ago.
Somewhere around there. Nick Volpe, my teammate, extended through 2027. Congrats on the contract, Nick. Very good. Nick will be a Dodger through 2027 at least. So that's exciting. We have a lot to talk about this week because we have not had an episode in.
So, what do you want to talk about?
Yeah, what do you want to talk about? We have not had an episode since we announced the All Stars, which was like 3 weeks ago. So that's great. We were supposed to have an episode last week. We actually did have an episode last week. Do you want to explain to them what happened?
Yeah, we had an episode, and then we didn't have an episode because
pretty much.
Apple trying to make everything as difficult as possible. You got to delete all your files, and poor Scully.
Yeah.
He had his Hall of Fame induction.
Yep. We had Eric on last week. We announced him into the Hall of Fame on the podcast. It was such a cool moment. He was like, "Oh, I'm so honored. Thank you. It was so cool." And then we closed the laptop. We end the recording. We close the laptop. He leaves. I open it to, go in and edit it or post whatever. It's just not there.
Apple execs for watching the pod.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm not gonna
Apple
say
doesn't like
too bad anymore because they're gonna shut my phone off. So
yeah, exactly. And we kind of need that to stream the games and everything. So yeah, we can't do that. So Apple's great. They're great.
That was it. Okay.
Anyways.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, they're great, dude. They're awesome. Anywho, I have a little game that we can play today.
Okay.
As you guys can see, we have a few new little decorations. We got some MLB decorations really. We got a Royals hat because they're a team. The Red Sox, they used to be a team in our league. They actually won a World Series. And then we have can I say it? Guardians hat. Can we say that?
I think you can say the full thing, James.
I mean, it is.
It's not a Guardians hat, though.
It is an Indians hat.
It
is an Indians hat. So
pretty good, though.
That's also a former MLWB team, season 1. Shout out Dylan Yeager.
That's why.
So
they never changed the name in the MLWB, though.
They did not.
So
technically, they're still the Indians in the MLWB,
cool.
even though they're not a team anymore.
Cool.
But yeah, so don't cancel us. But yeah, so that's just one of our decorations. Then we got the Dodgers stuff, of course, because we're Dodgers. I mean, why not? So I got a little game that we can play.
Do you?
Speaking of the MLB decorations, we're going to go back and forth, and I'm going to name an MLWB player. So, let's say I say Nick Volpe, for example. You're going to give me an MLB player that you can compare to that guy. And then you're going to ask me one, and I'm going to give you.
Am I doing it right now?
Well, we can. That was just like an example. You don't have to. But you want to compare yourself to an MLB player?
Kike.
Oh, my gosh. Don't insult yourself like that. You are much better than Kike.
Not really, but Kike's pretty funny.
Yeah, but he stinks.
Yeah, but he's cool, I'm not the best.
I didn't say you were Babe Ruth, but you're definitely not Kike Hernandez.
Who am I then? I don't know.
I would say Tommy Edman.
Tommy.
I love Tommy Edman, so that's a very good compliment.
All right.
From me.
Sweet.
I like Tommy Edman.
I'm Anthony Volpe.
I mean, how could you not compare yourself to him?
That's pretty simple.
It's basically like your brother. And you guys kind of look alike, too.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
Both Pisons.
Yeah, pretty much. Dude, everyone that I talk to is like, well, okay, by everybody I mean like Dylan and Cody. They say that you look like my little brother.
Yeah, probably.
Like, I guess. We do kind of look alike. Sort of. Like, we look like we could be related, like cousins or something.
That's
yeah.
Right.
So, that's cool. Alright, you want to give me a player first, or I'll give you a player first?
Well, you already gave me a player, so.
Okay, give me an MLWB player.
MLWB player. I'm going to give you. Let's do Paul Sincata.
Ooh, Paul Sincata. Okay.
By the way, I'm gonna shout out Paul because I just saw on his Instagram he released new music. I haven't listened to it yet.
Oh yeah, go listen to Paulie C's music.
Paulie C's
Let's
music.
go. Paulie C. Give me Michael Harris. Great fielder. Good bat, but more known for his fielding. So give me Michael Harris from the Braves for
good.
Paul Sincata.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. All right, for you, I'm gonna go Joe Lemon.
Joe Lemon. Is it current players, right?
Yeah. So it's kind of hard because like, do you want to compare him to a pitcher? Do you want to compare him to a hitter?
I'm trying to think. He's got how many? It doesn't matter, but how many home runs does he have this year? Because
9.
He's 9.
Leads the league.
I guess I gotta do a hitter then.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with. I think he's a home run leader in the AL right now. I'm gonna go with Cal Riley.
Ooh. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
He's
Cal
not
Riley.
We don't have a catcher, but
Yeah, but okay.
I believe he's the home run leader
Because of the home runs, yeah.
I think
He's
Lemley
got
has the most,
32,
right?
I think, right now.
He's
And
got
Lemley has
32.
the most with 9.
He's most 9, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. And he's second in the league in ribbies. Only one behind his teammate, Chris Castano. So that's a good comparison. I like that. Yeah, you give me one.
MLB player. I'm gonna go with Tyler.
Tyler.
See the same thing with Tyler. It's hard. You want to do pitcher? You want to do batter?
Yeah. Tyler Wagner. Give me Bryce Harper. I think he would like that.
Sense.
I think he would like that comparison.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So yeah, you're welcome, Tyler.
That makes sense.
Both Phillies, both former MVPs, veterans that have been in the league for a while, but still doing their thing, you know. So yeah, I'd say Tyler is Bryce Harper. I think that's a good comparison. So yeah,
It's pretty good.
we'll do. How many have we done? 4.
4.
Okay, we'll do one more each.
Okay.
How about Logan Gaffney?
Logan Gaffney, our teammate.
Yes, our teammate.
I've only played with Logan once, so I'm trying to think. And he had 2 bombs.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. This was the first series, by the way, this past
Nah, I've actually played
weekend
Logan.
that we had all 5 guys.
It's crazy.
First time we had a full team and we swept, so it's pretty good.
I might have to give him the Schwarber.
Schwarber, really?
He had 2 home runs that series. He had the most for our team.
Okay.
Schwarber.
Okay.
I'll give it to him.
Okay. I like that. Schwarber's hitting more for average this year than he normally does.
But, you know.
So, yeah. I'm trying to think of one for Logan. I'm going to go Mookie for Logan.
That's fair.
One of the best players in the league.
I haven't been thinking about like fielders in my head that much.
Yeah. Very good fielder. Very good right-handed bat for the Dodgers.
Because the only time I've seen Logan play the field was this series, because the other 2 I've seen was Frank.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
There really wasn't much, in the field.
You haven't played with Logan yet?
No. Because remember the.
No, you weren't there for the Astros series.
No, I was there for the Astros series. He wasn't there for the Astros series.
Oh, that's right. And then you weren't there for the Rays series, but Logan was.
Yes. That was
right.
That was
Okay.
That was the one before or after? Before it.
That was before.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah. Okay, that makes sense. All right. Last one.
All right. Let's do. I'm trying to think of. We've done mostly NL guys, right? No. Yeah. We did Paul. I did Paul.
Yeah, we did Paul.
We had to do one more for the AL. Let's do
Yeah.
Ryan Moser.
Ryan Moser. Okay, another Astro. Give me Aaron Judge.
It's pretty good.
One of the best hitters in the league.
Yeah.
Hits bombs, hits for average. What else can you really say? Obviously he's a better pitcher than Aaron Judge, but
yeah.
I'd say Ryan Moser is Aaron Judge, one of the best players in the league. So
It's pretty good.
Yeah. So excuse me, I've had a cold the last few days. What's it called? We did Ryan Moser is Aaron Judge. Paul Sincata is Michael Harris. Nick Volpe is Tommy Edman.
Tommy.
Logan Gaffney is, I said Mookie, you said Schwarber. Who else did we do? Oh, Joe. Who did we say for Joe?
Joe, we said Raleigh.
Cal Riley, that's right. Okay.
And then we did Tyler.
And Tyler was Bryce Harper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Yeah, so we had a very busy weekend playing the Brewers. You had your first homer of the year. You want to talk about that?
It was pretty good,
It was pretty good.
I don't know what to say.
You were pumped up. It was
I
hype.
was pretty pumped. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't win that game without Nick's homer. Just saying.
Yeah, I got one hit this series. I gotta make it count.
Hey, if it's a home run, then who cares? One swing won us that game. You don't hit that home run, we lose, and the Brewers would have clinched division. We'd be sitting at 6-4. We'd be 3 games out of first with 2 games left. we'd be probably the 2 seed, and we wouldn't even have clinched. We haven't clinched anyways, but we still wouldn't have clinched. But because of Nick right here, the guy who was extended to 2027 for a reason.
For a reason?
For a reason.
Wow.
That's why we won that game. Shout out Nick Volpe.
Thanks, James.
And then Logan homered in both games.
Forward.
Yeah. I mean, that's some...
Gaffney bomb.
Yeah, Gaffney bomb. There we go. There we go. Logan homered in both games. He was probably the MVP of that series for us.
Definitely.
Yeah, so Dylan got on base a lot. Frank was putting the ball in play. He keeps getting unlucky, dude.
Yep.
Every time he hits, it's right to somebody, like up the middle.
Vincent Martini would love the stat. His xWOBA just keeps going up.
Yeah.
It just keeps going up.
Yeah.
It's unlucky.
It's true. Speaking of Martini and the Pirates, their series got rescheduled, but they are the second team to be eliminated from postseason contention. What are your thoughts on that?
I am very surprised.
Me too.
I still think I know record-wise it's not the best, but I still think they're a good team that with the same roster, you could run it back next year and they're still in the hunt still.
Can you do the same roster? No hate to the guys on the roster, but can you run back with the same roster when you're 2-6? You got to make some changes. I feel like.
I would say. I mean, sure, you always gonna make some changes, but I feel like that team is better than their record shows. I still
100%. Yeah.
I still really do.
But are they capable of being better than the Brewers or the Dodgers? Or even the Phillies at this point? They're behind the Phillies right now.
That's true.
So, I think their pitching is fine. I really like Jack Ivins on the mound for them. But their problem has been their offense. And I'm not trying to point fingers at anybody on the Pirates and say, oh, this guy's not hitting, that guy's not hitting. But their last 2 series, let's look at them, right? They played the Astros and the Rays in their last 4 games. The Astros, they didn't have a hit the whole series. Not a single player on the team had a hit. Then we go to the Rays. McCabe had, I believe, 1 or 2 hits. Ivins had 1. That was it. So they have like 3 hits in 4 games. Not going to win games like that, you know?
No, I agree.
The offense needs to improve. So...
I still think that team has enough talent to be a playoff team. Maybe a few tweaks, but I mean, I still think all those guys are high caliber players. I really do.
Do we see any of them going back into the draft and not being Pirates next year?
I don't.
Because Ivins, I would assume, is staying a Pirate. He's having a good year on the mound. He's doing a good job keeping them in games. It's just he's not getting that run support, you know?
I would keep. Well, it also always depends on the free agent points as well. Depending on where the Pirates draft, if they're...
Well, the Pirates already have 200 points, and if they come in 4th, they're going to have 200 more. So they would have plenty to re-sign everybody. But do you want to re-sign everybody? Because if they finish like 3-9 or 4-8, do they want to re-sign everybody?
I think
or
you
should
do.
You just blow the whole thing up?
I don't think you should. I really don't think you should blow it up because I feel like every single series they've played, they're not losing by blowouts.
Yeah.
They're not losing by blowouts. We played them. We know they're a good team.
Yeah.
I think at what Braden will probably do, I think he'll re-sign everybody, but he won't be closing off the trade market though.
Okay.
All those players have trade value.
Okay. Oh yeah. I was actually surprised that none of them got dealt at the deadline. Which the deadline, by the way, was super quiet.
Right.
Literally nothing happened. Like
we got all out of our system before the season started.
Yeah, like that one night in like March where there were like a million trades was basically the deadline. The deadline this year, nothing. There was not a single trade. It was crazy. So we even moved it back a week and there was still no trades.
Yeah,
so
crazy.
I was expecting Martini to maybe get dealt somewhere like Houston, maybe for like a pick. A team that's like going for a playoff spot, and the Pirates knowing that this year they're not going to make the playoffs. You deal a guy like Martini, maybe Graziano, and then you think of a different plan over the offseason.
Yeah.
But McCabe stays with his team, which I respect. I'm not saying it's a bad decision because they're all good players on the team. It's just they should be better than what the record is.
I agree.
And they took a game from us, took a game from the Rays, and they were right there with the Astros in that series.
They're just a few plays away from being a playoff team, if you get what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, 100%.
A few plays. That's all it is.
I mean, we all expected the Pirates to be a playoff team. Unfortunately, it's not going to happen this year. But I do still think the future is bright in Pittsburgh. 100%.
And you have all this, like I said, all very good players, and you're going to get a good pick next year.
Exactly. Exactly.
So I think they'll be back in the hunt next year.
Yeah. They could have a top 2 pick. If they come in last in the NL, they're probably going to have the 2nd overall pick. So they had the 2nd overall pick last year. Took Jack Ivins. Clearly he's helped the team. And we'll see what happens if they get a good pick again. They're guaranteed to have a top 4 pick because they're not going to make the playoffs.
Yep.
They could have a top 3 pick, could have a top 2 pick. Might not have the 1st overall pick depending on how the Yankees do. Because if we beat the Yankees, then the Yankees will clinch the 1st overall pick.
If we beat them twice, right? Or how's that?
So, if we beat them twice, the Yankees clinch the 1st pick.
Yes, if we beat them once.
If we split with them and the Pirates get swept, then I don't know who would have the tiebreaker for the 1st pick because they both be 2 and 10.
I'm sure. Is it go by division?
So it goes. The 2 last place teams get the first 2 picks.
No, I get that. But I'm saying, is it going to go by division record? Like, well.
Oh, maybe.
No.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Because they also didn't play each other this year, so
Oh,
you can't even go head record.
Oh.
But I don't think the Pirates are going to lose out. So I don't think we'll have to worry about that.
No.
I think they take at least 1 from the Phillies, and then they play the Royals the last week with no Dylan Wagner. So
you know, it's going to be tough. I'm just going by head. It's kind of tough to guess, but because they have 1 win in the NL against us.
yeah,
And so do the Yankees because they have the win against the Rays, but that's the AL. So
yeah. So if the Pirates take a game from
they're 2nd.
the Philly, yeah. So if you're Brady McCabe, what do you do from here on out? Because this isn't. We're not knocking the Pirates, but like it was a year you thought you were going to be a contender. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. What do you do for the rest of the season?
You don't want to tank, but
No.
But
like
it's helpful.
it is, but like if you want guys to here's my opinion on it. If you want guys to stay and want to play for your team, their goal is to finish 6-6. Because 6-6, is it as good as they wanted to be going into the season? No.
How many?
But it's a respectable
record.
record. They have 4. They're 2 and 6.
4.
So they can finish 6-6. They won't make the playoffs, but it's a respectable record. You still get a top 4 pick, and if you finish the season strong with like 5 straight wins, you're gonna have guys on the team saying, "I want to come back because I like this position we're in."
That's true.
So
who else do they play after the Phillies?
the Royals. They could finish 6-6. Not saying they're going to, but they could.
I see them ending 4-8.
Okay.
Yeah, 4. I see them ending 4-8.
2 splits.
2 splits.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that. I can very well see that. But yeah, the future is bright for the Pirates. I know we've been saying that for a little bit, but I do think the future is still bright. They're going through a process where we thought that, this would be the year they take a step forward. Maybe it's next year, maybe it's the year after that, we don't know. I think it's going to be next year. I'm still very high on the Pirates. This year, unfortunately, they won't be a playoff team, but I still like the Pirates. So
Yeah.
And I'm not knocking the Pirates by saying, oh, they're 2 and 6, they got to win out, blah blah blah. I'm just giving my honest thoughts. I think the Pirates are going to be a good team next year. I know I said that about this year, but I'm still confident in that team. They have a lot of talent.
Yeah, agreed.
So then we go to we kind of covered Dodgers Brewers. If we want to cover Rays Astros, no Yeager for the Rays, and so there's a sweep. But it wasn't the Astros sweeping the Rays. It was the Rays sweeping the Astros.
Scully on the mound, right?
Yeah. 1 earned run in 10 innings.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's why he's
That's
he's in the Hall.
That's why he is in the Hall. So, yeah, that's right. That's what I went up to him after the game. I said, that's what Hall of Famers do, baby. I mean, that's just Eric Scully for you. And does he win his 5th MVP this year? Does he break the record?
It's definitely possible. I mean,
I think he does.
So many guys in the AL that could win it, obviously. I think it's going to be... I think that was our MVP matchup right there. Scully versus Ryan.
And does Scully have the edge now that they swept? Especially without Yeager.
Especially without Yeager. It's damn close, James.
Honestly,
even though it's a sweep, I'm still going to go with... I'm not going to go with anybody. I'm just saying we still have another series to go with.
Sure. I mean, the season's not over. But, let's say it was, right? Let's say the season ends, or even after these 2 weeks.
Same record. Oh, no. Rays have 1 more win, right?
Rays are a game ahead, which is another thing that we need to cover, because the Rays have been trailing the Astros all season long.
And now
they come in, and they sweep. The Astros need 1 win to clinch the postseason spot. If they won both, they would have clinched the division. But the Rays win both.
So, let's see. The Rays have Rays play who last? They play
The Rays play the Phillies.
They play the Phillies last, and
That's
the
it.
Astros play
The Brewers, which
Brewers.
we're
that's right.
huge Astros fans this
Big
last
Astros
week.
fans.
No
Yeah.
offense to the Brewers, but we're trying to win the division. So we're gonna have to get someone else to run that game. Just so, not that I would rig the game because I want the Brewers to lose, but I think it's fair for someone that's impartial to call the game.
I would say at this point in the season, whoever gets first place, in my eyes, will be MVP. We'll have the MVP winner.
Now, who do we think for MVP for the NL?
I mean,
Does the same thing apply? Is it like whoever gets first, is probably their team?
it's as of right now, the Brewers are still in first.
As of right now, I think Joe Lemley is.
I would agree. Joe Lemley has been
Yes.
lights out the whole year.
I think the finalists would probably be Joe, Dylan, and Logan.
I mean, how could you say no?
Yeah.
I agree.
I mean,
yeah.
yeah.
I think Joe has the edge right now just because his team
Or
is
Chris Costanzo.
Santa's on fire too.
Leads the league in RBIs. He's top 5 in homers.
Top 5.
I mean,
Guess
he's pitched a little bit.
24, right?
25. Lemley is 24. They lead the
has
league.
24.
So,
I don't know.
is Chris Costanzo an
He's
MVP
right
finalist?
behind him. He's right behind him.
He is. He's right behind him. So, give me your 3 finalists right now for both MVPs.
So 3 and 3.
Yeah.
Okay. I would say I totally forgot about Chris. I know he had the most RBIs. I did not know he was top 5 in home runs too.
Yeah.
Could be a silver slugger right there.
That very well could be a silver slugger.
Could
You want
very well be a
to
silver.
predict the awards right now?
We got one more week. We might as well do it.
Let's do it. All right. Give me finalists for MVPs, and then we'll just give one for each award.
So the 3 and 3.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll do Chris. I'll do Logan. And I'll do Joe.
Okay.
Chris, Logan, Joe's probably
No lawyer.
no lawyer. I mean, I don't know. It's just all my teammates could win it.
Yeah. There's definitely more than 3 guys that deserve to be finalists in the NL.
Because you could give it to Jack too. Jack's been pitching great.
Yeah. Jack's probably going to be a Cy Young finalist.
It's definitely silent finals. I would say, in the AL.
Yeah.
We'll do Ryan, Joe, and I'm trying to think.
Joe's in the NL.
Joe, I'm sorry. Scully, I don't know why I said Joe.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
Scully, Ryan, Scully, and I'm trying to think who else is. Could be Yeager, could be Cody.
Cody just hasn't played enough.
He hasn't played enough.
No offense to Cody, but he's only played 2 games.
How many
So-
games has Yeager missed? He missed 4.
Only 2.
Did he miss the first series?
Nah.
Oh, that's right. He
He ended up being there.
ended up being there.
So
then I
Moser,
would say
Scully,
Yeager.
and Yeager? Okay.
I feel like that's who. I mean, I feel like Scully and Ryan definitely. Yeager's probably right behind them because he's missed the series. But
Yeah, I would say those are the MVP finalists. I would agree.
what would you do for the NL? Would you do the same, or would you put Dylan for Logan?
Joe.
Someone else?
Dylan.
Logan. Yeah, I would do that too.
And I think it's between Logan and Chris. I'll give it to my teammate Logan. I'll give it to Logan. But Chris is 100% deserves to be a finalist as well.
Like I could put Dylan or you in that spot either.
Yeah.
It's just.
And then the AL, I'd probably agree with you. I think Scully's probably the front runner right now, followed behind Moser, and then probably Yeager at number 3.
I don't know what else we would do.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see what else it would be.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would say those are the finals. Silver Slugger, you have Castano.
I have to there's both divisions, right?
No, it's just one Silver
It's just
Slugger.
one. If you're top 5 in RBI, if you're top 5 in home runs, and you're as of right now, if you're top 5 and you have most RBI, I feel like you can't say anybody else.
Yeah, I would agree. I think it's got to be either Lemley or Castano.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Lemley because he has more home runs and he only has 1 less RBI.
That's true.
So I'm gonna go Lemley, but you could 100% give it to
I would
Castano.
argue.
100%. It's one of the Brewers for sure. Gold Glove,
Paul.
I think it's got to be our teammate, Dylan Lawyer.
Dylan Lawyer.
Yeah.
Oh, Dylan.
He's dropped 2 home runs this year.
It's both divisions. It's just
No, just 1 Gold
just
Glove.
one. It's Cy Youngs for both, and then MVPs for both, right? Or Cy Youngs for one.
Yeah, Cy Youngs and MVPs are for both, and everything else is just 1.
Ooh, shit. I would either go Dylan or Paul.
And no offense to Paul, I think he's a very close second, but give me D-Law
That's
for
fair.
Gold Glove. He's won it once already in his career. I think he wins it again this year, or at least I think he should. I think he's the best fielder in the league. So
Definitely top 2.
Yeah.
I've had honestly, Paul was kind of like first in my head just because of the series we had against the Astros.
that play. Well, that was the best catch ever. But
doesn't get.
I mean, if Paul wins it, it's not like I'm gonna say, he didn't deserve it. Paul 100% deserves it. I just think Blair does as well.
I think Dylan. Honestly, I think Paul had probably the flashiest play of the year. I think Dylan's the most consistent though.
Yes, I agree with that. So now we go to Rookie of the Year. This is a tough one because there's so many. There's like 11 this year.
Javi didn't even play a game.
Yeah, Javi hasn't played a game.
That was my Rookie of the Year pick.
Yeah.
Who else did this? There's Martini. Right, it's Martini's first year.
See, Mon just having a good year at the plate, but does his pitching hold him back from winning? Rookie of the Year?
I would say I gotta remember all the Rookies of the Years first to see if it's like even close. Anyway, not including his pitching because his hitting's probably definitely the best out of all the rookies.
Yeah.
Who else are the rookies this year?
We got Frank. We got
Frank.
Corey.
Corey's. Dave.
Halpin.
Okay.
But for hitting, yes, I think it'd be Halpin. But then we have Martini. We have Paul.
Luke. How many games has Lucas played?
Paul. He was an all-star.
How many games has Lucas played?
Lucas has played, I think he's only missed like 2.
He said he had a good year too, right?
Yeah, he's having a solid year. Lucas is a good player. So it's going to be tough.
Since I started putting Paul at 2 for Gold Glove, I'll give Paul Rookie of the Year.
I would agree for Paul for Rookie of the Year. One of the best fielders in the league. Has had a very good year at the plate. I compared him to Michael Harris, who's a very good player. So, give me Paul Sincata for Rookie of the Year. And then Most Improved. Cody's won it the last 2 years.
He would have gotten it if he didn't miss like 6.
He hasn't played enough, though. That's the sad part. He's not eligible for awards. Very sad.
He would have gotten it. It's going to be Jack.
Jack? I like that. I like that a lot.
Jack.
I like that a lot. I'd say Jack, yeah.
For AL?
No, it's only one.
No, I know. I'm just saying, just in my head.
Okay.
Just because I'm just saying I'm saying for finalists.
Right.
Just to say NL or AL. Who win in the AL? Maybe Kinsel.
I don't know. It's a good question. I think Most Improved just goes to Jack Ivins.
Yeah.
At this point. And then, is that it? Do we have
MVP? No, we did finals.
Oh, we didn't do Cy Youngs.
Okay, and that's one
for each, NL and AL.
Okay. Who's got the best ERAs?
I think the top 4 right now out of guys that have pitched a good amount are Moser, Lemley, Yeager, and me.
Okay. I would do Moser AL.
Okay.
And I would do you for NL because we played against the other side in Canada and.
Yeah, I think it could go to. I think it's going to go to either me or Joe. Joe's having a great year on the mound.
Jack's ERA is probably very low too.
Yeah, Jack will be a finalist as well. I think those are your 3 finalists right there.
Yeah.
Because the Phillies have rotated pitchers so much that I think the other 3 pitchers in the division will be the finalists.
Yeah.
Nothing against Tyler or Justin, but they just haven't pitched as much. So I think the finalists will be Joe, Jack, and myself.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And then for AL, probably be just Ryan, Scully, and Yeager.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Because Dylan Wagner hasn't played enough series. How many has he played?
He's played enough, but his hitting's been better than his pitching this year.
Okay.
So, yeah. I mean, it's been an exciting week. We have week 6 coming up, final week of the regular season. We got a lot on the line. We need to sweep the Yankees, and we need the Brewers to drop a game.
Yep.
If the Brewers sweep the Astros, the Brewers win the National League Division for the first time ever. If the Astros sweep the Brewers,
and we get one, we get one. We get a sweep too.
We would have to sweep and hope. If we sweep and the Brewers get swept, we win the division.
Yeah.
But if we sweep and the Brewers win 1, there's a tiebreaker game. Now in the American League, it's the same thing. The Astros are a game behind the Rays. If the Rays get swept by the Phillies and the Astros sweep the Brewers, the Astros win the division. But if the Astros sweep and the Rays win one, they play a tiebreaker game. If the Rays win both, they win the division.
Damn.
If they both get swept, Rays win the division. So a lot on the line. And then you got teams like the Phillies and the Royals who aren't eliminated from postseason contention.
No.
If we get swept and the Phillies went out, we play a tiebreaker game with them for the last spot. Same in the AL. If the if the Astros get swept and the Royals sweep their last series, they play a tiebreaker game for the last spot in the American League.
Wow.
So
it's gonna be close.
There's a whole lot on the line. There's only 2 teams mathematically eliminated. There's a lot on the line going into the last week. So be ready for it. Watch all of our games on TikTok, MLWB Whiffs on TikTok, and you can watch our podcast here.
Is there anything else big happening that we could talk about? I'm trying to think what else. Last week we did the MVP. We did all our award predictions.
We didn't talk about the All-Star game. Dylan Boyer, All-Star game MVP,
Oh, yep,
our
Dylan.
teammate.
Woo!
Yeah. He had the walk-off homer in 11 innings. Greatest All-Star game ever? Question mark?
I actually didn't see because I was away.
Oh, that's right.
I'm a bad fan.
Bad job out of you.
Fan. But I'm happy for Dylan. It's my bookie right there. He won.
Yeah, and the National League won, so whoever it may be from the National League, they'll have home field in the World Series for games 1, 2, and if there's game 5. So that's very clutch for whoever makes it to the National League. Do we want to give a little World Series prediction before we wrap things up?
It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a World Series rematch. I really do.
Really?
I really do.
Okay, I like that. I think.
It's gonna be us and the Rays.
I mean, how could we not pick ourselves for the World Series? That'd be a little sad. But at the same time, like, it's kind of biased. So, like, if I can't pick us,
The Brewers.
I'll say. I don't know. I had us and the Astros, but then the Rays swept the Astros. So it's like, are the Rays going to beat them in the ALCS too? If both teams make it to the ALCS. We know the Rays are in. We don't know if the Astros are in, but if it's Astros-Rays, do the Rays beat them again, or do the Astros get their payback?
It's a 3-game series, right?
Yeah.
I was wrong. I had the Astros so much lower than everybody else this year. I feel like I cannot do that again.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say the Astros get the revenge.
Okay. I like that. You say Astros-Dodgers?
Do it. Do it.
I don't know what to do.
Do it.
I think it's either going to be. Well, this doesn't help. I was just about to say I think it's either going to be the Dodgers, Brewers, Rays, or Astros, but that doesn't really help considering those are the 4
it's
teams
either
in
going
the
to be an
playoffs.
NL or an AL team. I see
Yeah,
right there.
it's going to be
That's
one of
pretty
the teams that makes the playoffs. They're going to win the World Series. Hot take.
Sweet, you're telling me one of the teams that doesn't make it, it's not going to make the playoffs.
No, hot take. Steaming hot take.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So, like, hot take, I don't think the Yankees or the Pirates are going to face each other in the World Series this year.
Bullshit.
Oh, really? Really?
I think so.
Dude, 2026 World Series. I'm calling it right now. You can come back to this. Yankees, Pirates.
Don't do it.
I'm so for real. I'm so for real. Pirates Nation, what's up? That was so corny. I deserve to step down as
Do
commissioner.
you want to be captain of the Pirates, James?
I just extended you.
I'm just asking
You want to leave? You're requesting a trade.
No, I'm asking
You're requesting a trade.
No. I'm asking you, did you want to own the Pirates too? What are you talking
Oh, I thought you said you.
No.
Oh, I thought you said, do you want... I thought you said, do you want me to own the Pirates?
I said, do you want to own the Pirates?
I want to own the Dodgers.
You're fine then.
Britain's the Pirates owner.
Okay.
So,
That's right.
yeah. So, very fun episode.
Yeah.
We will see you guys Sunday at Advocate Park, and then we'll see you here again next week.
James, game times.
Let me pull it up.
Oh, no.
I'm
Our game is
sorry.
6:30. Our game is 6:30, right?
Yes. So, this week, this Sunday, 11 a.m., Phillies Rays. 1:30, Astros Brewers. 4 p.m. Where are you going, brother man?
I'm getting you fired.
Oh, okay. 4 p.m. Pirates Royals, and then 6:30, the last main event of the regular season. One of the best rivalries in league history, Dodgers Yankees. So there's the schedule.
When do the Phillies and the Pirates make up these games? I'm sorry, that was not me.
So Phillies Pirates will be sometime this week. We don't know yet.
Before Sunday.
Probably.
Okay.
So yeah. All right. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We will see you next week. Watch our games on Racist.